What's going on? Welcome to drboycetv.com, the home for intelligent Black people. My name is Dr. Boyce Watkins, and we are all about Black wealth on this platform. We are in the middle of the Black wealth revolution. Y'all may not believe me, but let me tell you, when I tell you that we are in a Black wealth revolution, I really want you to believe me on this. And I got real evidence to show you that the Black wealth revolution is well underway. Back in the day, I remember back in 06, 07, when I was on the faculty at Syracuse University teaching finance to a bunch of non-Black people. I remember coming out and wanted to talk to the world about economics. And I remember the biggest thing I used to get, the biggest pushback I used to get on urban radio stations is that Black people don't want to know about wealth. Black people don't care about investing. I said, well, Black people seem to like money. We rap about money all the time. We have a lot of money problems. Money stresses us out a lot. And so we just kept going at it. And it looks like some of our hard work is paying off. Today in the Wall Street Journal, check this out, y'all. Give me a yes if you think this is amazing. It says here, Black investors are the biggest new group of stock buyers in the country. Clap for yourselves. Give us a big B1 if you understand how important this is. This is huge, y'all. This is a very big deal. It says here in the Wall Street Journal that Black Americans are the fastest growing group of stock buyers, with young Black investors fueling the surge. Nearly 40% of Black Americans owned stock in 2002, up from just the third in 2016, according to the most recent Federal Reserve data. During that same time period, the share of white households that with stocks grew to nearly 2/3, from 61%. That was all before the stock market's 2023 rally. This growth seems to be driven in part by younger investors. Surveys suggest they embrace the market in a retail investing boom fueled by mobile apps, commission-free trading, etc. Now, the one thing that they did not mention in this Wall Street Journal article, though, is that actually Black investors, I want to say Black stock market participation rates are somewhere around 60-something%. That was another story I saw. I think from my brothers, Earn Your Leisure. They shared it from another source. I got to go find that source. But this number, even this number, 40-something%, is actually on the low side. And let me just tell you this. When I did a survey in our financial consciousness training that we do every morning, I asked you all specifically, how many of you invest in the stock market? And let me tell you, over 80% of you are investing in the stock market, which is amazing. Let me tell you this. Let me calm down and tell you the story. When I used to work, when I was at Syracuse University, we used to go through data on how people become rich in America. What's the difference between rich people and middle class? What's the difference between middle class and poor? And what they found indisputably all the time, without a doubt, was that stock market participation was the number one variable that determined if somebody had a chance to get rich in America. Do you hear the words that are coming out of my mouth? That participating in the stock market, that is the thing that will get you out of the trap. It will not be a trip to the NBA. It will not be an NFL contract. It will not be a rap music deal. It'll be none of that nonsense. It's going to be literally investing. Investing. That is the key to Black wealth. That is the key to Black power. That is the key to Black success. I had a dream this morning, actually, when I took a nap. I told you guys about this morning when we were doing financial consciousness training. I had a dream, literally. Well, I was in a room and there were a bunch of random people in the room, and Keyshawn Johnson, who used to play for Tampa Bay, was in the room. And I remember saying to him, I said, everybody needs to hear this, including the people in Tampa Bay. They're all going to know this, that wealth is the number one thing Black people need to focus on. That if we focus on our wealth and get our wealth right, we will end up succeeding. We will solve 80% of our problems. 80% of the problems that come from being Black in America are related to the fact that that other people took your money, other people have blocked you from the money, other people never taught you about the money. So one of the things that I always wanted to do was to be kind of a Harriet Tubman, to jump out here and educate you on the money, because when you know the things that I know and have seen the things that I've seen, it's very, very clear. So anyway, so this article is a confirmation. It's in the Wall Street Journal. What else do they say here? They said, of course, I'm sure at some point they're going to throw in some sort of slight to try to disrespect Black people or put white people on top of us or something, but I'm not going to fall for that. It says here, and by the way, hit the thumbs up button, thumbs up, share, subscribe. This growth seems to be driven in part by younger investors. They embrace the market in a retail investing boom fueled by mobile apps, commission-free trading, participation in 401ks, crypto, meme stocks, and social media. Nearly 70% of Black respondents under 40. 70% were investing. Nearly 70% of Black respondents under 40 were investing. This is my dream. Like, I don't understand. This is something I have been dreaming about for 20 years. Like, literally, since I started studying finance for my doctorate and everything, I literally was like, if we can get Black people to invest in themselves and invest in their future and invest in our children as much as we invest in Gucci bags, as much as we invest in working for white people, as much as we invest in trying to go to the NFL or NBA or get a record deal, we will absolutely murder the game. We will absolutely kill it. And so when I saw this article, I felt like this was a big day. This is a definite confirmation that the Black Wealth Revolution is well underway. Once this thing gets going, it won't be stopped. Why is that? Well, because when Black people put our mind to something, we become the best in the world at it. Let me know if you know what I'm talking about. When we started playing tennis, Tiger took over the game. Serena and Venus took over the game. When we started playing golf, Tiger took over the game. When we start investing, we're going to take over the game. So this is very, very huge. 70% of Black respondents under 40. That's massive. That's really big. Now in the Black Business School, y'all should be proud because y'all's participation rate is over 80%. Like you all are doing what rich people do. You're doing what rich people do, which means that your families are eventually going to be rich. What I'm going to do is actually lay out a framework and a guideline. And if you hang out to the end of the video, I'm going to specifically tell you about a stock I just bought that can get you started on your investing journey. And if you don't know how to invest and you're trying to get started, we have hundreds of thousands of people that have done our $5 a day investing plan in the Black Business School. We have all kinds of other trainings on how to make money without working, things like that. So if you're interested in that, just text the word stock to 87948. Text stock to 87948. I'm going to put that on the screen. And if you text stock to 87948, I will send you a bunch of stuff that will get you started in the Black Business School. You can get started for free. Our goal is to educate the masses. We just have to raise a little bit of money to keep going, but we want to educate everybody. All right. So it says here, you're seeing the topics of money and investing coming up at the dinner table slightly more among Black families than they ever have before, says Ariel Patrick, Ariel Investments Chief Communications Officer. She also runs thought leadership at the company. Robert L. Pinckney, 21 years old, learned about finance sitting on the lap of his grandfather, who would read the newspaper's business section to him each morning before the age of 7. When his grandfather died in 2017, Pinckney, who was 16, opened an online brokerage account with the money he had saved from his allowance and by doing freelance coding for local churches. His grandfather always told him it was his responsibility to provide for his family and leave wealth behind for them after he was gone. These things, these basic little simple things, these little things that don't involve no college classes, they don't involve $150,000 in tuition money, they don't involve master's degrees and BAs and BSs and MAs and MSs and all these other letters behind our names that make us feel like we're better than other people. It's family. It's culture. Do you understand? It's family and culture. Family and culture is the driving force behind economic success. Let me know if you understand what I'm saying. Family and culture. Everybody type the word culture. That's all I talk in my book. It's called The 10 Commandments of Black Economic Power. All I talk about in that book is economic culture. What does economic culture look like? Because here's the thing. When it's part of your culture, you don't have to get trained on it. When it's part of your culture, you don't have to go to school for that. When it's part of your culture, white people don't become the arbiters of whether or not you actually learn that specific skill. It's culture, man. Seriously, think about it. How many of y'all can dance or rap or play basketball? Can anybody in here, give me a yes in the chat. Let's be stereotypical. How many of y'all can dance, rap, or play basketball? Any dancers, rappers, or basketball players in the room? We need you to raise your hand really quick. Say yes in the chat if you know how to dance, rap, or play basketball. Okay, so let me ask you this. All the basketball players, have you ever taken a basketball class? Have you ever taken a class on how to play ball? Did you like sit down with notes and a pen and a pad and spend $200,000 in tuition money going to basketball university, learn how to play basketball? Yes or no? For those of you that know how to dance, have you ever taken a dance class? Have you ever like paid tuition and gotten a teacher and gotten like homework and book reports and good or bad grades from dance class? Yes or no? Any of y'all that know how to rap? How many classes are there on how to be a black rapper? Like, did you, now my buddy D1 is teaching a class on hip hop because there are people out there that are fascinated with us. They study us because they want to be us. But in order to be us, we didn't have to study us to be us. We just had to be us. We didn't have to go learn how to be us. We just had to exist. That's it. That's all I got to do is be black, grow old, and die. And I got it mastered. I have a master's degree. I have a PhD in being a black man, and I never went to class to learn how to do none of that. So the same thing is true with your economics. This is what I'm saying to you. The same thing is true with your economics. This is especially true for young black men. Young black men, young black women, for sure. You have your own reasons to learn economics. Black women are starting businesses at an incredibly high rate. I think they're the highest in the country. You're getting advanced degrees at a very high rate. I'm super proud of you. You're kicking ass, taking names. God bless you. I think that's amazing. Your brother has a different experience in America. The black man's experience in corporate America is not the same as the black woman's experience. Let me know if it's okay for me to say that. The black man must learn how to have his own enterprise. The black man must have his own business. The black man must find a way to make his own wealth. If he does not, then he will be oppressed by a system where another man will stand right over him, put his testicles on his forehead, and say, boy, stay on your knees, do what I say, or I'm going to punish you. That's what it is. That's the system. That's just what it is. You know, and I know some people get rattled when I talk this way. They don't get it. They think I'm trying to be mean. I'm not trying to be mean. I'm trying to be real. I'm trying to be honest with you. I'm trying to tell your son the truth so he don't get out here and get his feelings hurt and then get all mad and become a school shooter because he finds out suddenly that simply acting like white people isn't his pathway to success. No, you got to be yourself. You got to be the best version of yourself. You got to show up with your own money. You got to show up with your own opportunities. You got to show up with your own cash flow. If you can't figure that out as a black man, it's very, very hard in this country. I'm just telling you the truth. Anyway, do me a favor, hit the thumbs up button, thumbs up, share, subscribe. You're watching drboycetv.com, the home for intelligent black people. My name is Dr. Boyce Watkins. This podcast is on Spotify, so if you look up Boyce Watkins on Spotify, you can find me there, the Dr. Boyce Breakdown. We broadcast every single morning at 7 a.m., so feel free to go to the Dr. Boyce Breakdown. Also, I have books, Black American Money. I wrote this book when I was on the faculty at Syracuse. You can feel free to go to drboycebooks.com. This book is all about how Black power can thrive in a capitalist society. I wrote this book back in 2006, and nobody was paying attention to this stuff. And I was trying my best to scream from the rooftops. You know, thank God for making friends with people like Charlemagne. He brought me on Breakfast Club, so I was able to kind of help introduce these ideas. But I'm not the OG. Dr. Claude Anderson deserves more props than I do. He wrote a book that every Black person should read called Powernomics, and that book is at powernomics.com. Powernomics explains why economic advancement is critically important for Black people. See, because here's the thing. Making money can't just be about the material stuff, y'all. It can't just be about getting a Gucci belt. It can't just be about acting like a rapper. It can't just be about having the fancy cars and the nice houses and all this other stuff. Making money cannot simply be about the material stuff. I'm not saying that you shouldn't have the material things. If you want to go get you a Lamborghini, go get it. If you want a yacht, go get one. Right? Go get whatever luxury crap you need to get so that you can feel whole enough that we can sit down and have a grown-ass conversation. Go buy whatever fancy shit you need to buy so we can sit down and really talk about you being a human being and you really being empowered in this world and what money is really used for. Money is not simply something that you accumulate in order to go buy material items. Money is your key to freedom. Money is your key to power. Money is your key to respect in your family. When you're talking about estate planning, so a lot of us we don't even know how to protect wealth, right? I'm not making fun of us, but we still have a lot to learn about protecting that wealth. Look at how many people die without an estate plan. How many people die without insurance in place? And then the other thing too is that if you want to talk about it, stock market investing. One thing I think we need to pivot away from a little bit is that some people look at the stock market like a casino. When I hear them use terminology like I'm going to go play the stock market, right? You're not here to play the stock market because you don't play with your future. You don't play with your legacy. You don't play with your children's assets. Let me know. Give me a yes if you understand what I'm saying. You don't play with your daughter's future. You don't play with your family tradition. You don't play with your last name. No, I'm not out here to play. Children play. Grown men make plans. Grown men have strategy. Grown men invest so they can build infrastructure so that other people will have it easier than them. So don't come in and play in the stock market. After you finish playing, I need you to stop playing and grow up and start doing some serious work. So when you're investing, investing does not mean picking one crazy stock that's going to triple your money in a week. Investing does not mean picking the right stock at the right time. They call that market timing. It does not work. Investing does not mean going out and buying a bunch of crazy $2 cryptos, hoping that they'll double to $4 and you'll make all your money overnight. Investing is a simple, straightforward process of dollar cost averaging over long periods of time, such that in half a generation, your family will be so wealthy that your kids will never have to work for anybody unless you choose to encourage them to go into this hellhole called a corporate plantation. Seriously, In fact, we have a whole master plan for this. It's called the Black Wealth Master Plan. If you go to blackwealthmasterplan.com, it's totally free. Anybody can do it. A 5-year-old can do it. But the key is you got to do it and stick with it. If you stick with it, then in a little bit more than a decade, your family will have more wealth than most American families. So feel free to go to blackwealthmasterplan.com, or you can also text the word stock to 87948, and I'll send the $5 a day plan to you. And it's very easy to implement. This is the most beautiful gift that you've ever given. This is going to make a bigger difference in your community than any politician you ever vote for. It's going to make a bigger difference than any amount of praying that you might do at church. It's going to make a bigger difference than simply waiting for white people to decide to be nice to us. If we own assets, then we get power. The Jewish community already laid out the blueprint. I'm not even mad at them. They have so much wealth and so much power that they can do whatever they want. And I'm not mad at them, because you know what? They train their children to do this at an early age. They get their kids ready to be power brokers and owners. They're not hoping their kids are going to win a lottery win a lottery ticket or get to the NBA or the NFL. They're sending their kids to law school, sending them to business school, training them on ownership, helping them get property, investing for them before they're born. That's what you do. That's how you build that wealth. Do you understand? So while the Black Wealth Revolution is beautiful, this new participation in the stock market is great. I'm just looking at this and I'm just reading it, and it's really awesome. It's great to see scenarios where Black people are better than everybody else. And I told y'all, by the year 2070, B1 people, I'm talking about Black first people that are the canaries in the mine. I said by the year 2070, we're going to be number one on earth in this thing. This was Project 2070. I started this back in 2013. We are only 1 decade in, and we're already ahead of schedule. But that was the plan. I said, we're going to need about 60 years, and B1 people, not all Black people, but B1 people will be known throughout the world for their investing prowess and making plans like Rockefellers. Your grandkids will be running around here like the Rothschilds, and they're going to be controlling things that you can't even imagine, because you're planting the seeds. And I congratulate you if you are participating in this. The only thing I want to ask you to do right now, and give me a yes if you can agree with me that you want to do this, I want you to double down. I want you to go hard. I want you in the game, but I need you winning the game now. I need you pushing. I want you to invest as much in your stocks as you might invest in paying that cell phone bill. Put as much in your stocks as you might put into your car note. If we got half of all of our community to put as much money into their stock portfolio as we put into our car note, if we loved our kids as much as we love our car, do you know that all of your children will be close to millionaire status by the time they're 30 years old? Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, this is your big play. This is the power play. This is the plan, y'all. This is the plan. This works. I know this works. I taught mathematics at the University of Kentucky. I've looked at the equations. I've done the math. I've done the calculations. If half our community does this, the other half ain't got to do nothing. In fact, if 20% of our people did this for their kids, we taking over. You know why? Because at that point, you're not only giving your children resources, but you're giving them knowledge to develop infrastructure, which will employ the masses of Black people. See, that's the solution. That's the solution. See, affirmative action, unfortunately, I'm a beneficiary of it, but that ain't the solution, because white people don't have enough space for all of us. What's it? DEI and all that. That's not bad. I don't have anything against those programs, but that's not going to get the masses of Black people where we need to go. Voting for certain politicians, we know what that does because we've been doing it every election. But this is a plan that if we work this out, if we do this thing, this is going to be the thing that gets us there. And I'm not asking for everybody to be a part of it. I don't relate to everyone. I can't connect to every Black person. Some people just are so distracted. Some of them are ignorant. Some of them are just don't want to hear it, right? Maybe they think that I'm uppity because I'm a college professor and they're not. I have no idea. I can't relate to everybody, and I'm not trying to relate to everybody. I'm just looking for a few good men and women. It's like when you build a military, everybody ain't got to be in the military. And when you build a police force, everybody ain't got to be a cop. When you build in the security force, everybody can't be, isn't equipped to be part of the security team. You just need that 10%, that 5 to 10% that says, okay, I'm ready. Let's go. Let's get this in. Let's get it in. Let's make it happen. So if you're in that 5 or 10%, all I'm asking you to do is I want you to go hard, Go hard for your family. Treat investing like it is the most important thing that you have going on. This is your legacy. This is protecting your kids. This is keeping you from selling your kids into corporate America, where you are basically trafficking your children to the corporate plantation. We're not doing that. Our kids are going to have assets. They're going to have wealth. We're not going to abandon them the way my daddy abandoned me and didn't leave me nothing. I'm not doing that for my kids. I want my kids to look back at my funeral and say, man, you know what? Because this guy made a sacrifice way back in 2023, we're good. We're safe. We are avoiding financial anxiety. We don't have all these frustrations everybody else has. We're doing good. We feel a little bit guilty because we're feeling so good. That's the worst problem that we have. But it's because of what this guy did for us, because he thought about us. He had enough vision to look into the future and not just think about himself and not just think about the present. If you have that mindset, if that's how you operate, then I'm asking you to do is double down, triple down, go harder. Just because you're running the race don't mean you're running your fastest. So I want you to do a Sha'Carri Richardson up in that mug, and I want you to really, really, really embrace the idea that you deserve to have the wealth and power that comes with an extraordinary legacy. Wealth will give you that. Investing will give you that. So this Wall Street Journal article is great news. It is a great first step, but it's the first step of about 1,000 steps, because I believe that when we hit that 847 step, we're going to be on a level that we can't even imagine. So congratulations to all of y'all who've been following this whole journey the whole time. Shout out to all of the brothers and sisters out here that are doing great work. I follow them. I love Earn Your Leisure. I love the Wall Street Trapper. I love Tall Guy Tycoon. There's so many great people out here that are talking about wealth, and I just think it's amazing. And I think we just need more. In fact, I'm going to Atlanta. I'm going to go speak for Lamar Tyler's Traffic Sales and Profit event. And Lamar Tyler is one of the best thinkers on earth in terms of creating black millionaires. Literally, his group manufactures black millionaires. So I look forward to going down there and hanging out with that crew. You got to find your people, find the right ones, find the ones you can build with. That's where we need to be. Stop chasing around mediocre people. Let's start chasing black excellence. Give me a yes if you agree. All right, so I'm going to get out of here. Before I go, let me give you the stock that I promised. And actually, before we do that, could you please hit the thumbs up button? Thumbs up, share, subscribe. We're doing financial consciousness training every morning at 10 a.m. If you'd like to go get the recordings, we're on day 25, but you can go through the whole system if you want to, the whole 30-day system, and you start from the very beginning, and you can get everything and take your whole family through it. It's totally free. Go to drboyceelevate.com. That's drboyceelevate.com. The URL is right there on the screen, and you can feel free to participate. And also, if you want me to send you profit alerts and stuff like that, just text the word stock to 87948. Or if you want things for your kids, we have a whole Black Business School for children. Just text the word youth to 87948. 87948 is the number. So youth or stock, depending on what you need for your family. We're here to help you. All right. So the stock that I like right now is Applied Digital. Applied Digital. The ticker symbol is APLD. That's Alpha Papa Llama Delta. APLD, Applied Digital. That is my stock for today. I just bought a bunch of shares in the stock. I see it as a good 3 to 5 year investment. This is not investing advice. This is me just simply telling you what I'm going to do. So yes, Justin, it's Applied Digital, APLD, Alpha Papa Llama Delta. Somebody type APLD in the chat so everybody can see it. And you guys have a great day. I'm about to get on out of here. Me and my wife about to go hit this airplane. And love you, and God bless you, and congratulations to everybody who has been a part of this Black economic revolution since the jump. I'm telling you, this is exciting to me because I think this is just the beginning. I think we're going to the next level. If you'd like to get a copy of my book, The 10 Commandments of Black Economic Power, or Black American Money, just go to drboycebooks.com. We also have flashcards for kids and workbooks for your kids as well. So drboycebooks.com is where it's at. So take care, guys. God bless you. Thank you so much for listening. And once I get to ATL and get my speech down there, I will check in with you guys again soon. Take care now. Peace.
Here we are, clearing the isms, cataclysm, great. Our people out here struggling, trying to make it in this state. Everybody out here doing it, but we the ones too late. Now family, we the ones who gotta delegate. Get that money in the power, never be fake. Stick to cosign for 3. What did he say? Create jobs, support our own. Educate the same and buy back your home. Got 3 degrees, triple 10. 3 PhDs, now we on the CNN. DBTV, let's talk about negligence. Ignorance is bliss, but we can turn it to intelligence. Believe none of what you hear, half of what you see. Let's break it down here on Dr. Boyce TV. Here we are.